Well, first off, just to acknowledge the truth of what you said, yes, that these crises we're facing can feel overwhelming, and in fact they are.
Right. That's why they're crises, I guess. Yeah.
We don't have easy solutions, and Ken Wilber just co-authored a book titled Wicked and Wise, pointing out that these global problems are what are technically called wicked problems. That is, they are inherently complex and challenging to heal. So, in one sense, a recognition of just how enormous some of these challenges are is an opening to reality. It's not an easy one, but it is a reality. And there are skillful and unskillful ways of responding to that. The natural egoic response is, I got to do something. And we so often tend to assume that once we've recognized the problem, we should know what to do.
Right.
And yet the
That's
reality
true,
is that these are some of the most difficult problems on the planet. And it's really important to take time to reflect. And if you think of great sages and activists like Gandhi was asked, what to do about the salt tax. And what did he say? Well, give me time. And he retired into contemplation and reflection for a period of weeks before he came to an insight as to what would be a strategic action. For myself, it took many months after I woke up as a result of going to Asia, of the extent of poverty and horrendous conditions, and then came back to the West and woke up to the enormous threat of nuclear annihilation and ecological decay. And it took quite literally many months of seriously reflecting on this before I came to a recognition was, okay, there is something I can do. I can use my psychological background to look at what are the psychological roots of these causes and what are some psychological principles for skillful response. So I think once we open to these problems, the ultimate question is, what can I do? And even beyond that, what's the most skillful thing I can do? And it's really important to give ourselves time to reflect on that and to come to some sense of what's my contribution, and really important, what's my calling?
Right.
What would feel good
Right.
to do?
Right.
And there's a belief a lot of us have that if we're really getting in there and making our contribution, it's going to be sacrifice. Sacrifice is not a terribly skillful way of approaching service.
And not sustainable as well.
Not sustainable. Very good point. In fact, skillful service is not sacrifice. Skillful service is enlightened self-interest. Doing something which is meaningful and feels like a calling and is inspiring to us, moving to us.